Hey everybody, how you doing? It's Michael today for In the News. Well, there was a train that crashed around 9:45 p.m. last night in Philadelphia. 235 people were believed to be riding on this train. Five are dead, and several are injured. Quite a few had concussions and things. The cars not only they went around the track about double the speed. The speed limit in that area around the curve where they were traveling around is only 55 miles an hour. They were going at over 106 miles an hour when they went around the curve. They do believe that speed was a factor and nothing more. Some people were saying it might be terrorism. Some people said that something was thrown at the train tracks. We don't really know if all that stuff is true or not, but they believe that speed played a role in it. And besides, the tracks in that area are probably over 60 years old, and they really need a lot of repairs in this country. All throughout the country, our railroad system is really in bad need of repair. And the current system we have is over 60 years old. In some areas, it's more older than that. Also, we had a neighbor here today go to Memorial Regional Hospital in Mechanicsville for falling in the bathroom. His name is Mr. Thomas. So if you know him, just pray for him. Or if you don't know him, still pray for him because he's a good guy. I think he's still grieving over the lady that used to live underneath me named Lucille. Now we have another lady that took her place that's really nice. Her name is Miriam. But she passed away in January of this year. But pray for Mr. Thomas that way he'll be able to come back home, and hope he'll have some more in-home care here to help him out and help him to be able to get up so he can walk around, Lord. And hope that people will pray for him. And also pray for our nation at this time. They're talking about terrorist attacks. Speaking about terrorist attacks, they always talk about wars and rumors of wars and talk about, all kinds of things. I turned on the TV today, and all you see is commercials about blacks doing stuff to whites and whites doing stuff to blacks and all other races, like commercials. What they're doing is what is a strategy called to cause infighting between races. That's what they're doing. And then it's also a war between the sexes, females mad at males because they're making more money than them, or males not, are mad at females because they're always being bossed around or something of sort. If you look on the TV, that's kind of what you see on TV. A lot of commercials posing that, kind of powered and pithed, kind of take over and conquer kind of mentality, and infighting is what you see, and that's how you take over a nation. Look at all the power plants that Obama's administration have been closing. Since he's been in office, we've had several hundreds been closed, and a lot of people are starting to see large spikes in their power bill. Some places are paying 2 times the amount than what they were paying just 3 years ago. So that's signs that they have closed a lot of power plants in this nation, and people are paying a lot more for power to power their homes, to heat and cool their homes. And that, if they would have left those plants open, they wouldn't be having such a spike in their power bill. So, one of the things they do in strategy, just like Alex Jones said on InfoWars today, is one of the many things they do is cause infighting with races, cause racial wars, which is what they're doing, cause people to be mad at each other and be mad at police and be mad at different races. That's what they're doing. And then also going and cutting off your power and then creating artificial scarcity so they can raise the prices on those basic things that you need, like food and electricity and water. And if they could charge the area, they would probably get you for that too. So that's what we're seeing everywhere. It's where they're doing this. And if you don't wake up, you're going to miss out. Like I always say, use your freedoms, otherwise you will lose them. There's really a lot of truth to that. Don't be afraid to stand up and say no. But if you stand down and put your head in the sand, they're going to take us over. This is not a United States thing, like I've been saying, and Alex Jones is now saying it too. No, this is a worldwide initiative. They're rolling out these same plans everywhere. What they did in Europe, they did it already, or they're already doing it in Europe. They're all starting to do it here. We are under, like I said last time, under a light, very mild martial law. But you watch it, when stuff starts to hit the fan, when things start to collapse, or if there's any kind of excuse, they're going to roll it fully out in Hanover. We're on a very tight leash. We shouldn't even have martial law in this country, but we are under a very mild form of it. In some areas, it's more higher than others. In Virginia, it's very mild. There's a lot of freedom still. But if something does happen, you trust me. I'm not lying to you. They're going to roll it out. They're going to have an excuse to roll it out. I mean, they got ISA threats all over in the nation now. They got terrorism threats, whatever. Most of it's all fake and theater, you ask me. The only way it's going to happen is because the U.S. probably propagandized it, or probably they're the ones that made it happen, and that's why it happened. Just like the Oklahoma, just like the World Trade Center in 2001. That we believe that was set up by our government so they could take away all our freedoms, and then continue to take more away. Right now, did you know that, we've been saying the Miranda Act was about taking away your rights, arresting you and disappearing you indefinitely without giving you legal process or a jury? And you won't have any of that. They can just take you away, seize your assets, seize your property without any permission under that act. A lot of people didn't believe me. They thought I was crazy when I told them that 10 years ago. But it's really true. I mean, they put that in effect after 9/11. It was about 11 years ago, folks. 2001, they put that in effect. As a result, to kind of cut down on terrorism. But we haven't really seen a lot of terrorism in the U.S. We've seen a lot of false flags in the U.S. Like the Boston bombing. I still think that was a false flag engineered by our government, and 2 people had to die innocently for the crime that they did not really do. They had to find a patsy. That's what a patsy is. And these 2 sons, these 2 brothers, I really do believe were set up for that purpose because they had to find somebody and kill them. The same way with the what happened to the World Trade Center in New York back in 2001. That was a takeover to take away our freedoms. This ain't conspiracy theories. It's just connect the dots. I mean, that's what it is. It's just a lot of things going on, folks. I mean, we got a lot of churches that just say, that God's going to teleport us out of here, teaching all this false doctrine, saying they're going to be transported or resurrected. They're going to be, transported to go to heaven or transport to somewhere else before it gets real worse, which, to tell you the truth, I don't think we're going to be transported out of here. I think we're going to die and go to Hades or paradise, depending on how you live your life. But I don't think God's going to take us out of here and rapture us until He comes back. But He's not going to come back until everything's said and done. That's what the Bible teaches. Like, until there's no more souls to be saved, and that's when the Lord's going to come back. And that only the Lord determines when that is. Nobody knows. The devil doesn't know. The demons don't know. Angels that are locked up and bound, they don't know. Because it was never revealed to any of them when they were in His chambers before they fell out of heaven with Satan. So, nobody knows. But, they're all listening and hoping they can figure it out, but they won't figure it out. But I just want to tell you, just be careful out there. It seems like we have a lot of spikes of murders in Richmond. There's a lot of shooting going on in Mosby Court and Churchill again. The shootings are up on a rise, but that's usually normal because when so many people are out of work and so many people need money, instead of finding a way honestly to get it, they turn to drugs and they turn to crime, organized crime. And that's what a lot of this is. And it's really, really disturbing because when it comes to sex trafficking, how bad it is in this country. There was something online. There was something that was exposed by a bunch of these people that are pedophiles and who are crazy, demons. These people, they say they can get a black boy, with black hair, with blue eyes for $1 million. And a white girl with blonde hair would go for about $1 million or $1.5 million, depending on who pays for it. There's like a price that was on the list that was uncovered about certain girls. Asian girls go for about, $7,500,000 to about $1 million. And some of them on there go for around $2 million at a pop, for a child, boy or girl. So, that's the list. You see, that's how they're selling this. That's what they charge for trafficking, how much you can get per child. So, it's big business. When they take all these people to a disclosed location, they can probably make several millions of dollars before it's all over with. It ain't chunk change. And these people become slaves and end up somewhere in another part of the world most of the time. So we really got to crack down on this, folks. And what Vice is doing is great, but it's just a small piece. We're just scratching the surface. We're doing a little something, but we shouldn't give up. We need to do more. Because those are our children we're talking about. And, that could be your child too. And we also got to make excuse me, we got to discuss about, why are they shooting dogs? Why are police doing that when dogs aren't attacking them? But if you shoot their dog, they'll put you in the jail and try to put you under jail. We need to have a discussion about this because they are doing this. And it's wrong. Police are told all over this country to shoot dogs if they're loud or if they feel threatened in any way. If they have an excuse, they can just shoot them and kill them, even if they're not attacking the officers. That dog that got shot in Richmond just a week ago was not attacking an officer. He was in the backyard, and the cops didn't even go in that area, and they still shot the dog through the fence. So, what's their reason for that? There was no reason. Just probably to stop all the barking. But normally dogs are going to bark when they don't know who you are. So, it's just a lot of crazy stuff going on. It's like crazy town. All this lawlessness is just going crazy. They're trying to quickly devalue the dollar here in the United States as well as all of the currencies all across the world. Right now, it's not just the U.S. that's taking this on, but it's a worldwide phenomena, which is not a good phenomena. But it's all part of the globalist plan to try to take away freedom and enterprise and business and organization, where they can wipe out all competition, where you have to rely on the box stores to get your stuff only, which I think is really, really bad. But, come and deal with somebody like me, because I do computer work. I've been doing it for almost 20 years now, and I can know how to fix all the computers. I'm up on the latest technology, well-versed in it, and I would love to help you with your problems that you're having, speaking about computers. And I like to help you with your taxes. I like to do some consulting for you. Also sell a lot of good products there. We can help order stuff. If you don't like to go through the headache of ordering stuff on the computer because it's too complicated or you don't have a lot of patience, then come here. I can set it up for you and get a good deal. I charge 25% commission, though. So say if a record costs $10, then I would make about probably $3.50 off that record. So it'd be more like $13.50, to order. If it's 10, then you had $3.50. That's what I would make. If it was $100, then I would make $25, So you'd be paying $125 because you give me $25, and then we order your item. So just, come here because you're supporting a Christian church as well as a business, New Hunter Church of Christ. And hey, what is reality to you? A lot of people have different ideas about what reality is. Many books have been written devoted on that subject. But reality, basically, to a person is the projection of what is around them. The Bible says that what we see is what we see is what God has created. And other scientists try to say, well, in the spectrum as far as spiritual is concerned, physical consciousness or the dimension is just a very small, narrow band of what is actually seen. It's like if we could see everything, we would be able to see all other dimensions too. But because we only see three-dimensional, we don't see the other dimensions that are still within the same space. And the Bible says that heaven and earth and Hades and heaven, what I'm talking about is not the heaven above the earth, but God, where He is really close in the same place. It's just that we can't see it. It's like all the dimensions kind of overlap. And that's what a lot of scientists say. And the Bible kind of hints towards that too. But see, since our eyes are so conditioned because of the sin in the world, and because God has put limitations in on that area, we only see what is physically known to us here in this real world, or what we perceive to be through perception of what is coming through our eyes. And let's say if somebody has a mental disorder, then they're going to have a different perception to you because they're only going to see it a certain way, and it may not be the way it's supposed to be seen, but to them, that's their real reality. That's how they see it. Like when you try to explain something to somebody and they just keep repeating the same thing over and over again, like Sue, like in that thing I sent up about what they did to me about presidency, it's because she only has one view. She just repeats her stance no matter what, but doesn't want to really reason or try to work it out because she's just doing that by design because that's just how she sees it. She's not at fault. Most people that are controlling always say they're never at fault, but really they are. They just don't want to admit it. And that's what's happening here. That's why she just sticks to her grounds and doesn't want to really understand or sympathize because she thinks she's right in her decision and right in her mannerisms. And the people who she's got on committee will back her up because they voted her in as president. When really, she really doesn't have what it takes to be president. They just voted her in because they liked her. But when you vote somebody in, it's not just about liking them. It's also knowing that they can do the job, too. But anyway, this is Michael DeSilvis, InfoWars Update. And this is in the news. And just subscribe down below this video. And please donate. Click on that thing where it says subscribe. And then also send some donations to us. Our address is 7110 New Hunter Road, Apartment 423. Mechanicsville, Virginia 23111. Our phone number to ask for more details about things we need or how you can help us to get involved is 804-789-9373. I'm Michael DeSilvis, evangelist at New Hunter Church of Christ. And also, I'm here also to help you with all your computer and electronic needs. We can help find VCRs for you if you need them. We can help you find older technology. It may cost a little more because it's harder to get, but it's still out there. But whatever it costs, I always get a 25% commission. And so I can help you with that because I'll help you order it and have it shipped to wherever you want it, or we can have it shipped here, and then I can show you how to work it. If you don't know how to work it, show you how to use it and all that. And we can have it delivered here, or I can come to your house, and you'll have to pay me more money, of course, to help you set it up, too. That's in addition, extra. But I can do all that. So just, give me a call if you need some work. This is Michael DeSilvis. We're in the news for Thursday, May the 14th, 2015. Peace. Over and out. I love you. Stay connected and stay tuned. Not because I said so, but so you'll stay informed. Please help us. Really, please help us. And thank you for those that do. I'll see you later. Bye.